Fox News alert to begin happening now on Hurricane Sandy. That storm already slamming Cuba. Now we have brand new tracking, which shows where this massive system might be headed next. And it is not good news for those who live in the northeastern United States.
As you can see, Category 2 moving through the Bahamas. It hugs the coast Friday into Saturday. But look at what happens as we head into early next week. The worst case scenario right now, moving right into millions upon millions of people.
I think when I first saw the computer model that showed Sandy coming into New Jersey, and that was about 5 to 6 days in advance, there was a lot of disbelief. In fact, in some ways, we kind of dismissed it and said, that can't happen.
This morning I formally declared a state of emergency in anticipation of Hurricane Sandy, which is expected to be a severe and a potentially devastating storm that will hit New Jersey beginning Sunday night and be in full force by Monday. Reports of 5 feet of water in some places in Atlantic County, significant flooding in Cape May County and in Ocean County. Now everybody thinks they're smarter than we are here, and maybe they are, but not about this.
If you're in your home or somewhere safe where you can remain, stay there.
Oh my God!
Our tree!
We have a major conflagration going up the block. It involves about 5 buildings, 3 of them collapsed.
Stay indoors and certainly away from the parks, the beaches, the boardwalks, piers, and seawalls.
It is chaos along the Jersey Shore. The superstorm battering the barrier islands. In the crosshairs, Atlantic City. The road into this seafront town is completely submerged. Damage started early. Massive chunks of boardwalk littering the streets. Street after avenue after cul-de-sac inundated.
The East Coast is being pummeled with the power of a record-breaking superstorm.
Oh my God, it's washing everything away!
90-mile-per-hour winds, driving rain, record-breaking high tides, and rough surf lashed the coastline as the storm made landfall in southern New Jersey. The mid-Atlantic and southern New England shores hit hard by flooding. Water lapping at the doors and sea foam piled up high on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights.
Practically no street left that makes this point accessible. There are fires burning in the area, and for first responders to get there, it's been completely cut off. We're hoping there are no people still in these homes because there's not much left.
I didn't expect we would see homes, off of their foundations and in the middle of state highways.
Make no mistake about it, this was a devastating storm, maybe the worst that we have ever experienced.
When I was out here earlier this morning, it looks like the water went down.
We have a long road ahead of us, but I have complete confidence we're going to come out of this better and stronger than before. This state is too tough to give in to this type of devastation, and we in the government will be here to work with you to have New Jersey completely recover.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families who've lost loved ones. Unfortunately, there have been fatalities as a consequence of Hurricane Sandy. Obviously, this is something that is heartbreaking for the entire nation. I want you to cut through red tape. I want you to cut through bureaucracy. There's no excuse for inaction at this point. I want every agency to lean forward and to make sure that we are getting the resources where they're needed as quickly as possible.
Looking at this street, it doesn't look very different than how it did 6 months ago when we were here.
A little bit cleaner, not as much debris. Some of the houses are starting to rebuild. A couple of houses have been razed. Some houses are in the same situation they were when we were here before.
Is this typical of what you would see in a community that had been damaged by this sort of storm or hurricane?
Sometimes. In this case, Seaside Heights actually had the whole infrastructure has been damaged. So all their plumbing, all their sewer, all their electric have been damaged. So they have to rebuild the infrastructure in order to start rebuilding.
A couple of years though before it gets back to normal. It's a long time.
It is. It is, and it could, I mean, it's an estimate. It could be, I'm looking probably 2 years before this town's back to normal.
And then probably longer for towns north of here?
This was probably the worst hit. So I would say this 2 to 3 years probably would be a good, but then you still have to get the people to come back in. So, I mean, you know, no one's here right now. This is not going to be celebrated Memorial Day like South Jersey will this year. So it's going to take time for people to move back in and come back to the shore.
I think we all just had lumps in our throat and just went in and looked at everything, got our boots on and just tried to clean up. I think I think we're still in shock. We're on 4th Avenue in Ortley Beach that they called Ground Zero. It's the second time we're allowed in here. We came in last Saturday for a few hours to see the devastation, and today it's contractors and insurance adjusters trying to figure out what's actually happening over here. So the water came in about 5 feet, front porch, totally gone, back patio, complete devastation. Moving forward is clean it out, hopefully get the insurance adjusters here and start rebuilding. Hopefully if the weather holds up, we'll be able to be in by the summer. We're keeping our fingers crossed for a block party on 4th of July.